Let's talk about, you guys are nuts. What's hot now? Thanksgiving is just 2 days away, but Yamaneika, I understand you have a bit of a dilemma as to where to go.
Yeah, you know, here's the problem. Yeah. I want to spend time. I love spending time with my family, and you know, my grandparents are getting older, and it's very important that I be with them for the holidays. But one of my best friends is getting married on Thanksgiving, so I don't.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
That is right?
Where is she getting married?
Well, she's getting married in California.
Oh.
My family is in Maryland, so it's like, and I don't want to. It's like I can't go to the wedding. I just kind of made up my mind I can't go to the wedding, but I feel bad because like I don't know how much longer I have with my family. I mean, that's not even just for them. We're not promised tomorrow, so I want to spend time with my family.
Shouldn't feel guilty about that at all. I think weddings on holidays, that's a terrible thing to do to someone.
It depends on the holiday. I have a rule, because this happens a lot. When I was like in my late 20s, all my friends were getting married. I think that a wedding on a festive holiday, like a New Year's Eve or Memorial Day, is fine, but family holidays, I think, are off limit.
I know.
Any holidays
that's so annoying. I can never, like, my holiday is my weekend to go away.
But it's easy for
do
people
something
to
for
travel.
myself.
Like, if you have friends that live out of state,
But
it's easy to travel on a day off.
It's expensive, and what I was going to say, traveling on a holiday is expensive anyways, and I want to spend my money with family, but if this is a true friend, she will understand.
Yeah.
You have a very special Thanksgiving, though. You're going home.
Finally, I haven't been home in like 20 years now to Mississippi.
Really?
I haven't, because usually I always go home for Christmas, and you know, it's just 3 weeks after Thanksgiving. So usually Thanksgiving I have at home. Usually I'm on the road, but now I'm in Los Angeles, and it's a Friendsgiving. So all my friends come over, and it's all the people that can't come home, go home for Thanksgiving. They come to my house. But this year, I'm excited. I get to see all my family and get to see my grandparents.
Well, with the holidays coming up, a lot of us will be hitting the grocery store starting today and tomorrow, which means long lines, a lot of dirty aisles, out-of-stock items, angry customers. What drives you craziest when you go shopping? What, Megan, you have your face all red.
I know, this happens all the time, and anyone who's been to a certain supermarket, you're standing in line, you see someone in front of you, and then you see someone talk to that person, and then they're like, just come on and cut in line. I'm like, that drives me crazy, especially at a big supermarket chain where you've waited so long for. And
Do you say something?
I do say
You
something.
do not.
No, I do.
No, the thing that drives
and then I say something.
And do they back off?
I've had confrontations where people say, what's the problem? And I said, well, I've been waiting here a long time. I usually have 2 kids in the cart. I want to get out of there. And so I say, patience is a virtue. Come on.
The thing that drives me crazy is, why is it always the shopping cart with just the one wheel that goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da the whole time? And, you know, it's 2015. I do not understand why we haven't figured out the shopping cart.
See, the key is...
The luggage is easy.
In New York, you know, I don't buy a ton of groceries because I don't cook a lot, and most of the stuff gets delivered, so I always have a basket. And I'm always the person that has 5 items or less. So I'm always in the 5 items or less aisle. I hate the people that sneak into the line and they think they can get in like a 6 by 7.
5 hands counts for 1 item. That
I
hate that.
I do that.
You do not do that.
I take 2 baskets. I go, here's the first 5 for my friend, and here's the other 5 for me.
I'm calling the manager on you.
There's a buffer. Give 2 or 3.
But you know better because you've been a cashier.
I was a cashier during a heavy time, and I remember like it was Christmas Eve, and nobody.
During a big load, like kind of a lot of people.
Yeah. You really involved in this story. No, but it was a big time, and it was like the head cashier didn't like me, and she started closing up all the registers, so I was the only cashier open, bagging and doing the cash register
with a long line.
But the good thing was it was a family grocery store, so some of the customers who were regulars and liked me, they called the owner and said, what's going on? He came down there, he fired that girl. And he gave me a $500 gift certificate, and we got free food for my family.
Did you a favor?
You were working that line. You were begging for people like Meredith and I that only have 5 items.
Absolutely.
Like you, yeah. That woman did you a big favor.
She did. We ate good off of her.
Yes, exactly. All right. I'm sort of envious of your folks because you are going home. One of my kids will not be coming home for Thanksgiving. Now that they're older, they don't all come back.
Is this the first time?
No, the past few years, because my oldest lived in China for 4 years, so we never saw him. But now he's back, and then the middle guy has a job way far away. He has to work. He doesn't get Thanksgiving off. But there's a young man in Japan who probably won't be heading home anytime soon either, because for his 20th birthday, and that's when they mark becoming an adult in Japan. It's 20 there, 21 here. Well, his parents gave him this present, a letter in an envelope titled Notice of Expiration of Child Rearing Services. And in the letter, the parents say they have completed their child-raising duties. Their son should now enjoy his life as an adult. And they said he's going to have to pay rent, among other things.
I think this is a good lesson. I really do. I think this is great. As long as they had a fair warning that this was going to happen.
The kid said it was
He had
sort of
20 years to wait for this. He had 20 years to know his moment was coming.
At 20, I mean, I don't know about at 20, I was still in college. And I think for me, it was important that my parents helped me out while I was in college. And my mom even helped me pay rent when I graduated college because I took a job that basically was paying me minimum wage. So I think if you have a kid that's maybe has a tendency towards being a bum, you might want to cut them off.
But somebody that converse of this.
Like somebody that works hard, I think you should help out your child. Yes.
No, my parents, after I graduated from college, I love my parents. They took college loans for me, got me through college. When I was 22, I lost my job. And I remember being in New York. I lived with 4 other girls in an apartment. And I called my mom panicking. I'm like, Mom, how am I going to pay my bills? I was crying on the phone. And she goes, Meg, you're going to figure this out. She goes, call unemployment, figure this out. And it was a life lesson. She didn't offer money. She didn't offer anything. And I guess I hung up the phone in awe and disbelief. I was like, that's it? There's nothing? Do I call Dad? I thought I should call my dad. And I said, no, that's it. And I figured it out very quickly.
I just can't believe that they gave him a letter because I know when it was time for me to get out the house, they asked for keys back. Not give me stuff. Come here.
I couldn't wait to leave home. I mean, I graduated college in the mid-'70s, and back then it was much easier to get a job. And I was excited to be on my own, paying my own way. I thought that was great.
Yeah. So I would say if your kids now came back to...
We have an argument about this, my husband and I, because our daughter lives in New York. She got a job here, and she doesn't make a lot of money. And the question is, well, do you just kind of cut the cord there and say, you know, room with 6 girls if you have to?
Right.
Yeah, well, so we haven't done that yet. We've let her stay with us.
She's working hard, and she's doing something she loves.
Hard, yeah.
You're supporting her dream. And I think that's important.
But we go back and forth about it a lot.
I think it's a tough decision because I know with my family it's very circular. You know, it's like, well, you know, I took care of you as a child. I hope you take care of me in my older years. So we sort of never leave one another because you have a responsibility to your family. So some people don't have that.
And you left home at 16, essentially, right?
I did. I mean, I didn't know I was leaving home at 16, but I left at 16. So I mean, I was living off hash browns for a good 2 years. You know,
which I think no one knows that. You didn't make any money at the beginning.
No, I was living off per diem, and if no one knows what per diem is, that's the stipend you get from the entertainment industry to live. And it was, I think back then it was like $35 a day.
Wow.
So that's what I would live on for the first 2 years of my career.
Yeah. You made up for it, though.
Yeah.
Yes. I did.
There is one family that probably won't be cutting off their kids anytime soon, the Boyces. I don't know if you've heard of the Boyces. They're going viral after posting a photo of their bed on their website. Their 5 youngest kids all sleep with them in this modified bed. The kids range in age from 1 to 11 years old, and they say it works right now. When it stops working, they'll figure something else out.
I was gonna say, that looks like a football playbook. Doesn't it look like someone sleeps here, you go left, you go right? I think before I had kids, I said I would never have my kids sleep in my bed. Who has kids sleep in their bed? And I am that parent.
But look how inviting this bed is.
I mean, I want to sleep in that bed. No, oh no, like when kids come.
That's a dangerous bed right there.
No, it's like cozy and comfy when you have your little one.
But sometimes it's not that cozy and comfy because I don't know, but I'm like a dangerous sleeper. Like I like flail arms and legs. Yeah, my husband like builds a little pillow fort sometimes to keep me. And I'm a small person.
Right.
So these little, what if? I mean, sometimes don't your kids move around?
I have a foot in my face, an arm in my leg.
I have encouraging your kids to stay with you. 11 years old, I think that's a little too old to stay, like, when you're having sex. That's true, but
there's gonna be a day when they don't come in your bed and you're gonna be very sad, right?
I loved it.
Well, and there's gonna be a time when the parents gonna really want. My mother still asks me to sleep with her, and I'm like, no, my mother's got claws for feet, and she be scratching me up. It's just a mess. I don't wanna. I'm like, Mom, I don't wanna sleep with you. I mean, I think it's cute. I'm just confused that how do they have so many children when they sleeping with so many children
They say they get creative. They don't. The bed isn't the